Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining us. For this week's episode, I am going to explain to you how much it really costs to set up a 6x Nico. We're going to go through the whole process, the whole cost analysis on our most recent site, Bristol. I hope you enjoy. So, if you've ever wondered how much it costs to open a 6x Nico, today I'm going to break it all down along with the whole process, so I hope you enjoy that. But quickly before we begin, we have opened up through investments, 6x Nico's, other brands, over 25 restaurants and built them, and it has been an evolution. You know, I remember our first 6x Nico in Finnieston, Glasgow, we spent £36,000 I think. After the success of that, we were fortunate. We were able to invest 275 in Edinburgh, then, you know, over 300 grand in Belfast, over $500,000 in Manchester. And we've been lucky enough to be in that fortunate position as the company has grown and became more successful, we have been able to invest more in our front of house space to try and enhance that experience and comfort for our guests, and also the back of house to make it a more comfortable working environment for our team. Yeah, it's a big part of our business. I feel we have it to a level now that we are really happy with. I think it shows good value for money, because there are people that invest, you know, 6, 7, 8 times, you know, what we invest. We're happy with our design, we're happy with the kind of level we're at. We think the ambience is good, our kitchen is spec'd well. Yeah, but it has been a lot of hard work and an evolution to get it to that stage. You know, it wasn't like our first restaurant we were able to invest this much money. As we've grown, we've been able to invest back in our business. So yeah, let's get cracking. Once the site is identified and negotiations are well underway, lawyers are engaged, we then start the whole design and build process. And phase one of that is, as I said before, when we go to the site, we kind of visualize it, but now it's actually putting this in practical terms and scale to tweak and see exactly what works best. So this process looks like something like this. We look at where we position our kitchen, our back of house. Over here we have our staff room, storage, staff facilities, manager's office, cape area, toilets, our outside bar area, then obviously our bar with glass room and storage. Probably like 5, 6, 7 versions of this, because we want to obviously see what's best. Of course, get that balance right of maximising covers to the capacity that we like, which is about 70 odd, but also giving enough space back of house so it's a nice comfortable environment for our staff. But Bristol, we would say, probably is almost as perfect as a size it gets for us. I think it's 67 covers. As you can see here, the kitchen and the bar face each other, the whole dining room. And the reason why that is so important for us is, if you can imagine, we are doing, you know, 300 covers, everyone's having 6 plates of food, that's like 1,800 plates of food, plus your snacks, it's over 2,000 plates of food, you know, so it works out something crazy, over 3 plates every minute leave our kitchen. To have access to the bar and the food with that much food leaving the kitchen in a day, it's really important that they're open, and that is a swift process. But this is definitely phase one. And then once this phase is done, it almost gets split into two. We then go for kitchen design, and then obviously front of house and interior. Yeah, let's start off with kitchen design. So in terms of kitchen design, one of the unique things we do that I've not seen many other restaurants do is our cook line is total plug and play. So what I mean by that is, it is a fabricated stainless steel bench underneath our canopy. We obviously have our fridges and stuff built in underneath, but our cook line is all tabletop and inductions. So the reason for that is we kind of break our kitchen up into 6 sections, obviously 6 courses, but every time our menu changes, so does our cook line and needs. So for example, course 1 in our Italian road trip menu, they might require a fryer, a plancher and an induction. And the next menu, course 1 in our nostalgia, might require a water bath and a plancher. I would say that's one of the main things that features that we have to do in our kitchen, which kind of makes us different, that we don't actually have a physical cook line. It actually changes every 6 weeks along with the creative. Next thing is our KP area is always built for two, so it's always, you know, double sinks on each side, double washing machines each side, so it can fit 2 KPs, just because of the throughput of plates and glasses and stuff like that. And then we always have a large prep area. Like, the amount of work that goes out of service hours in preparing this food is probably just as much as what actually goes into service. So it's important that we have enough of that cooking facility to make sure we're keeping on top of preparation for the restaurant. So the next process is designing our dining room, which is obviously super important. It's the whole ambience, the atmosphere, the comfort for our guests. So yeah, we work with a design agency called Studio 2. It's our third kind of evolution of 6 by Nico design. But what these guys do, which I really like, is we have like a core concept and inspiration for design. It's something that, I don't know, it wouldn't be sudden visual for the customer, but I believe it gives these designers a kind of inspiration on how to work the shop fit. And basically the core concept is designed, believe it or not, around the dragonfly, where the dragonfly lives, the actual dragonfly itself. I think we just picked that because it had 6 legs. So you can see the kind of space, how the materials are used, the colours. When it goes on, you'll see how the inhabitants, everything, how like that whole environment of where a dragonfly lives, where it comes from, it kind of has a big design, a big impact in our design for our concepts. This is probably 75% of our core design, so we have that consistency, but we leave kind of 25% open because at that stage we want to create a bit of locality with that location and take inspiration from that city. So as well as that consistency we have in core DNA, we have that uniqueness and heritage to that city for each site. With our Bristol location, which is the one we are covering today, is in Cabot Circus. And Cabot Circus is actually named after Italian explorer, John Cabot. So we have used that for that inspiration for this project. So this is that kind of unique DNA we've taken to represent Bristol. Yeah, the finished project we are really happy with. So as you can see, we have that kind of murals in Italy to kind of pay heritage to John Cabot. The materials we use and the upholstery, almost like you can even see the tiles representing the water, part of that dragonfly feature. But yeah, you'll see all these wee hidden gems into how that team in Studio 2 have taken that core DNA of the dragonfly and also taken John Cabot as inspiration and pulled this together. And yeah, we think it's a warm, inviting, stunning space. Yes. Joe, that's Joe. I don't know why he's. I think it's just be a must be a wind up there. Now on to the exciting bit. Yeah, the cost breakdown on what it takes to open up a 6 by Nico, in this instance, Bristol. So you can just see here, this is a kind of, I'd say this is a perfect size venue for us. 313 metre squared property. This is our construction. So our main contractor, that is our main contractor cost. On top of that, it was a kind of added, we had to build a whole new shop front at just 59.5 grand. Our fixed seating obviously has to get built. Mechanical installation, this is probably like a cost that the guests don't really see, especially down south in England. A lot of these systems now have to have like filtration systems to make sure no bad fumes or smells come out. It's a system that has to pass through 10 metres of ducting, and it basically filters everything out and puts out 100% purified air. So basically our kind of extraction, our aircon, our whole system, that is a massive cost, that kind of like £146,000. That can go up to like 180, 200, but round about the kind of 140, 150 is kind of what we invest in that, which is a lot of money for, you know, something that's not, it's a kind of hidden cost that people don't see. Electrical installation, including fire alarm, big chunky number, considering they can probably build houses for that much, you know, over £92,000 to wire a restaurant from scratch. Probably worth mentioning as well, when we take this unit, it is core and shell. It is genuinely nothing. So we're putting in the board, we're doing everything, rewiring the whole venue. There is a lot of labour involved. As I say, these guys teams are working on this for 6 to 8 weeks. So I'm sure they're all justified, but they do look a hell of a lot. Basically, our construction works are best part of £750,000. And then kind of survey fees, we've got 75 grand. That's broken down into design fees, our quantity surveyor and project manager, acoustic survey. Like, it's important we have flats above us to make sure that no noise is echoing out through these properties, and a roof and structural survey. So that there is about, in kind of surveys and fees, like just over £75,000. Then we have direct orders. This will be like internal furniture, you know, £31,692. That is on our loose tables and chairs. You know, our first site, we used to, 6 by Nico, at the start of the process, we were buying our chairs, I remember, like £50-60 off Nisbets at the time. Now we're in a fortunate position, as I said, that we can invest more. So now we kind of have bespoke chairs made, upholstered in fabrics and kind of built for us on special order. Our external furniture for outside, we don't have external awnings in this one. Our external planting, so for all our planters outside, £8,715. Our internal planting, just shy of £7,000. Then, you know, like soft furnishing, genuinely, like cushions, curtains, drapes, tapestries, £5,500. The designers get a lot of our feature lights now bespoke made in all the venues they do. So, you know, light fittings and downlights, so the general stuff, 7,000. Decorative lighting is 11,000. But again, we have projects here like Cardiff, our first one, we spent 32,000 in decorative lighting. You know, Covent Gardens is coming at 22. So that is, you know, can go up from about 10 to 30, 40,000. But in this project, we spent 11. In all our sites, we have a amazing guy that I've worked with from day one, Dean from Raffinito for Venetian Plaster. So yeah, he for this project, it was a small space in this one. But yeah, that's our kind of architectural and design and basically dressing the venue. Underneath that now is kind of our equipment. So our kitchen, £131,506. Coffee machine and grinder, £5,000. Music system, just shy of £1,500. Our IT, £4,000. CCTV, another £2,500. So our direct orders are another further £260,000. On top of that, we put in a contingency, £10,000, and that's in case there is, during meetings, any unforeseen work, any tweaks, you know, not everything runs perfect, there might be changes, so we always put a wee bit of money aside for contingency. So that brings our total project bill to £1,104,797, which is what we invested to open our Bristol restaurant. Works out at just over £3,500 a metre squared. Yeah, and about £15,000 a cover. Yeah, and that's it, guys, you know, and it is quite humbling that we are fortunate enough that we can invest this into our kitchens, into our space for our customers. You know, it's been a long journey to get there, and we are super fortunate. And yeah, as the company grows, hopefully we will be able to invest more. But yeah, the shop fit is a massive part of the business. I know, like, there's amazing brands out there like the Ivy, for example, that will genuinely invest 6, 7, 8, 9 times that, because a big part of their customer experience is that room, is that Instagrammable moment. Their decor is unreal. So you can really get carried away with this stuff, and you can invest so much. Like, there is kitchens out there, people spec kitchens, which are like 250,000, 300 grand. We are kind of really happy with this level. We think it is like, yeah, like everything value for money, and we think this shows real good value for money. We're happy with the spec, we're happy with the value, and so far Bristol, touch wood, it's been really good. We hope it continues. Yeah, that's it, guys. So guys, thank you so much for watching the video. I hope that gave you good insight, and hopefully you can see the value and investment we put in for you guys, for our customers, for our team. As always, we are now going to announce our last week's 10 winners for £100 6 by Nico vouchers, and we're also going to announce how to enter this week's competition to win 10 chances of £100 vouchers. So it worked last time, so we don't have to go through them, but like always, the random YouTube comment picker, we will do it now, share screen, and the 10 winners will flash up, and our team will be in touch for those 10 winners to pick up their £100 vouchers. So congratulations to all winners. So guys, to enter this week's competition is dead easy. Just in the comment sections, comment on what kind of videos you would like to see in the future, just any ideas, what videos you would like to see. Yeah, just any ideas, pop it in the comments, and that's how to enter this week's competition. And please, please, please guys, like and subscribe. It means loads for the channel. Yes, it'd be really appreciated if you could like and subscribe as well. I hope you enjoyed it, I hope you found it insightful, and we'll see you for episode 10 next week. Thanks guys.